All right, let's imagine fintech is a playlist for a second. The top tracks right now, they're kind of wild. You've got a YouTube superstar who wants to run a bank, a corporate card company with honest-to-God Super Bowl ambitions, and an HR platform that's trying to become the entire operating system for your company. It's a lot, so let's break it all down. This quote, it just nails it. We're watching this huge battle play out between the old, stuffy rules and these new forces of culture and technology. And the outcome? Well, it could literally change everything. So, we're going to dive into 3 different companies that are just tearing up the old rulebook for finance and tech. Let's get into it. All right, track 1. This is a big one. We're talking about MrBeast. Yeah, the king of YouTube. And he's reportedly buying a banking app called Step. This is where massive internet fame smacks right into the wall of federal regulation. So, you might be asking, what exactly is Step? Well, it's this banking app that really blew up on TikTok. It was laser-focused on Gen Z, trying to be their very first money app. But here's the key thing. It's not actually a standalone bank. It's all built on top of the heavily regulated foundation of Evolve Bank and Trust. That's super important to remember. And this is where you get the real drama, the core conflict, right? On one hand, you have MrBeast, who can get millions, and I mean millions, of users with a single video. But on the other hand, you've got consumer finance, and that world is all about strict, unforgiving rules with absolutely zero tolerance for mistakes. But here's the potentially genius part of this whole thing. Think about it. Big banks spend billions on marketing just to get new customers. MrBeast, he can just make one viral video and funnel his enormous audience straight to the Step app. We're talking about a customer acquisition cost that would make any bank executive's jaw hit the floor. It's insane. So this whole situation raises a massive question, doesn't it? Is this the future of finance? Are we going to see creators become the new face of banking? Or is this just a recipe for absolute chaos when wild internet culture slams into the super serious world of compliance? You know, the stakes here are just massive. There's really no middle ground. If Step actually becomes the creator bank, the go-to bank for the entire creator economy, that's visionary. It's a total game changer. But if it doesn't, well, then it's basically just a very, very expensive hoodie drop. Okay, let's switch to track 2 on our playlist. We're talking about Ramp. You've probably heard of them. They're the spend management platform that has, for all intents and purposes, already won its first big fight. I mean, Ramp's growth has just been explosive. Their promise was simple. We'll save your company money. And guess what? They delivered. Big time. With their main rival Brex kind of shifting its focus, Ramp has totally become the default, the go-to for startup CFOs and finance teams. So they've won. The question is, now what? From here, it looks like Ramp has 3 main paths they can take. Option 1, go public, do the whole IPO thing. Option 2, get bought out in a mega acquisition. You know, think a huge bank or one of the software giants like an SAP or an Oracle. Or option 3, they could just stay private and keep building with the goal of becoming the financial OS for all those mid-market companies. And that Super Bowl ad they ran, let's be real, that wasn't about getting a few new signups. No way. That was a power move. It was all about legitimacy. It was them planting a flag and saying, we're not just a startup anymore, we are a major player. So yeah, Ramp has totally leveled up. This isn't about survival anymore. They're past that. Now they are firmly in the driver's seat, and they get to choose their own destiny. All right, time for our final track. This one's about a company called Rippling, and their ambition is, well, it's bold. They want to become the single, all-in-one operating system for your entire company. The concept behind Rippling is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's basically one login to rule them all. Think about it. Instead of your company juggling dozens of different software tools for everything, Rippling gives you one single place to log in and manage literally everything related to your employees. And when I say everything, I mean the scope is just massive. We're talking HR, payroll, IT, benefits, managing company laptops and phones, controlling app access, even compliance, the whole shebang. It's really designed to be the central nervous system for a business. So, is this really fintech? Oh, absolutely, 100%. Payroll is money movement. Benefits, that's all about making money decisions. Even IT access is a huge piece of financial risk management. Rippling sits right at this crazy intersection of cash, compliance, and, let's be honest, chaos. But of course, there is a big risk here. And for rippling, it comes down to that age-old debate. Is a single, all-in-one solution actually better than picking and choosing the absolute best tool for each individual job? The best-of-breed approach? Rippling is making a huge bet that convenience will win out in the end. Okay, so we've listened to the 3 big tracks on our fintech playlist. We've got the creator, the card, and the company OS. Now, let's pull it all together and see what the final remix sounds like. So here's the quick recap. You've got Step, betting big on creator-led banking, but its biggest risk is navigating all that regulation and compliance. Then there's Ramp, which is trying to become the absolute default corporate card, but their main challenge is figuring out which destiny to choose. And finally, you have Rippling, going all in on being the company OS, but they're constantly fighting against all those specialized, best-of-breed competitors. And all of this really boils down to one massive question for the future. What's going to run the world of business? Is it going to be the personality and distribution of creators, the sheer scale and dominance of card companies, or the all-encompassing power of code? I guess that's the playlist we're all going to be listening to for the next few years.